If you've ever been interested in the music creation process and how people take songs and make them, or maybe you yourself, you're writing songs and have a lot of ideas but aren't quite sure how to take it to the final product, if that's you, you're in the right place, because I'm going to show you in depth how I take an idea and turn it into a final layered project. Keep in mind that there are quite a few steps to this process, and I won't be able to cover every single one of them as in detail as I would like, but hopefully this video gives you an overview of the process as a whole and helps inspire you to finish your ideas and release your music to the world. Let's turn it over to Sarah to hear how the song was written.
What is up, guys? My name is Sarah, and I wrote Psalm 139, and I'm excited to talk about it today, but genuinely this song wouldn't have come to life without what Ben has put into it and how musically he put language to words through sound. And it was so fun to write, but also even so much more fun to see it come to life and come to like the fullness of what the words and the lyrics meant. And that was a desire in writing it. I was just sitting in my room one day, and I was reading out of the Bible, Psalm 139, and it just talks about how God knows us, He sees us. There's no thought that He doesn't understand about, like, that we have. There's no place that we can run from His presence. All of these concepts. And as I'm reading this, I'm just encountering the love of God. And I knew in that moment, as I just could feel like a song welling up inside of me. And so I started writing down in lyrics other forms of what this piece of scripture was saying, and I knew that the Lord wanted to bring like a sound to what those words meant, kind of like a feel, an emotion. Like, what does that actually feel like that God knows me? What does that actually sound like that He knows and understands the thoughts in my head, that He, like, there's no fear that His love can't bear. There's no place that I can run that He's not there. Things like that. And this is where it was written. It was just in my room as I was encountering the scripture, and I was encountering the Bible, and I was encountering God simply, and I just desired to start bringing language and song and sound to what I was encountering in my room. Honestly, most of the lyrics are just written straight out of the scripture and what I was hearing and learning of God as I was reading those things, but it's so fun to even get to see the process of what came to life through sound, as Ben is explaining, and genuinely could not have done better. Exactly what I was like envisioning as I was desiring to bring, like, just a feel and emotion and a sound to what God was saying through this song. And so it's been such a fun journey, and could not have been what it is without Ben and what he's done in this song. And so yeah, I hope you enjoy the song, and I hope that it ministers to you as it has to me as well. Thanks, guys.
So this project started, as most projects do, with a voice memo idea.
You said you love me. You already chose me.
It's actually a really important piece of the process because within it you have the song structure, you have the chords, the melody, and all the lyrics, and those are all finished ideas. And so everything that I bring after that is just bringing that voice memo version with the structure, the chords, the melody, and everything, and bringing it to life in production. We recorded this in Florida in a small Airbnb room, not treated or anything, nothing fancy. I used this condenser mic right here. I've used this for years for pretty much everything, and it does the job well. Alright, I have the project file broken down right here, and I've color coded it for you so you can see what each of these layers are doing in the grand scheme of things. So the red layer are guitars, pink is all vocal work, yellow is keys, blue is drums, and the purple is our bass. But we initially laid down some acoustic guitars, just 2 of them, and together those sound like this. Usually when I'm recording, I tend to like to double track everything so that I can spread it, double it. Just gives you a lot more options of what you can do in post-production. So that's why we took 2 takes of her acoustic in here. After we dove in a little bit more to the track and I sent her back the first version, it kind of felt like there was something missing from the recording.
In the beginning, your eyes saw me.
We kind of both came to the conclusion that something more intentional would help the song feel more structured and well-rounded. So enter my friend Jesse, who came up with some insane guitar parts using his collection of crazy stringed instruments. And altogether, it just sounded amazing what he sent back. Vocal ideas were pretty simple that we came up with. We got it all tracked within an hour. For most of the song, it's just her singing melody. Now, I can already feel questions arising about how her voice sounds like this, because chances are you've tried to record your own voice and it didn't come out sounding exactly like this on your first try. The answer to this is mixing. And if I were to go super in depth on exactly every single thing that I did to get her voice sounding from the raw version to what it sounds like right now, honestly, the process of mixing is an entirely different subject for me to take you in depth through all the processing that I applied to her voice, the reasons behind everything, and if you like, I have some other videos on mixing on my channel. But for now, let's just say I did apply some heavy processing to each instrument in this track to make it sound the way that it did. In addition to Sarah's voice, I also ended up layering my own voice towards the very end to kind of build on the bridge. Sounds a little funny by itself, but in the context of the song, I think it kind of blends in nicely. And she liked it too, so I just sent it. All right, keys work. There wasn't as much keys work going on in this song because it was so acoustic heavy, but there's still a little bit to go over here, specifically in the interlude here after the chorus. Some reverse piano for the bridge. And the goal isn't to overwhelm with a ton of synth work, but just to nicely place different notes to serve the song the best that I can. The drums are very light, very minimal, almost meant to be felt more than actually super present in the mix. But there is a pretty prominent kick that happens. It's actually made up of 2 different kicks. Here's what that sounds like. This layer is kind of like the high mid layer, and there's one more that comes in, kind of more of that punch. That's pretty much it for the production side of things. I'm editing this video right now and realizing that I did not film a proper conclusion like I should have to the end of this, but in conclusion, hopefully you gained some value from this video. I know it's not the most in-depth breakdown on the nitty-gritty of the details that go into producing a whole track from scratch, but hopefully just gives a little surface level overview, and in the future definitely planning on making more videos around this topic. So press YouTube buttons down below to be a part of this journey, be a part of this community. Definitely go check out Sarah's song. That would mean a lot to her and to me as well, just being someone who got to work on that. with her. And as always, have an amazing week. We'll see ya.